Did you know that in GTA 5 there are alternative ways to complete some missions and this has consequences throughout the game? Yeah, my friends, in today's video I'll be bringing you the hidden consequences that you still don't know about in GTA 5. I'm making this video with all the ones I remembered off the top of my head, but if there's positive feedback, I'll try to complete as many missions as possible in order, resembling a lot the mission trivia series. Now that everything is explained, let's get started. The first mission we're going to talk about here is about the guys on the yacht. I'm talking about the mission Daddy's Little Girl. In this mission, when we're trying to escape from the guys chasing us on jet skis, the game gives us a specific coordinate to escape through the tunnels. Actually, it's not really a tunnel, right? I don't know what the correct term is for that, but it's for you to escape through that part that Tracy ends up indicating to you. However, instead of that, you can simply go ahead and kill those guys. A lot of people, I know they didn't know about this, but oh well. And if you do that, instead of the mission failing, like what happens with several missions that don't have this flexibility, Tracy will say a line saying she can't believe you killed those guys. It's pretty cool, right? Because there are a lot of people who are running away at full speed thinking that if they kill the guys it will fail, but in reality you can kill them and be fine.
They're both dead! I can't believe this!
Take a deep breath, baby, it's okay. I'm taking you back to your brother.
His second stop here is at Ashley's death. In the mission Mr. Phillips, there is the possibility here of you killing Ashley. This possibility, from what I understood, you can't kill her by shooting. You have to throw a bomb, run her over, I don't know. Anyway, because the game actually doesn't want you to kill her for some reason, if you decide to kill her there in some way, as soon as you leave, there will be a different dialogue with Wade than what would normally happen if you left Ashley alive, which is pretty cool, right? An interesting detail that shows like the character is responding to what you just committed as an act. Our dialogue.
Well, you just get in that bitch Ashley you was in, so if we bury Johnny in the desert, then they don't need to find out about it.
You think it's clever to disrespect women?
Disrespect? What? I wasn't disrespecting, I just pointed out that we killed her.
However, this is not the only thing that happens. Even if you decide not to kill Ashley, she dies canonically in the game a little further ahead. In fact, it appears in a radio news on Weasel News.
Of the assailant are unknown.
Police responding to neighbors' complaints found 5 rotting corpses in a condo in Paleto Bay up in Blaine County. The 4 men and 1 woman were apparently involved in a sex and drugs orgy that went badly wrong. The woman, Ashley Butler from Alderney, and 4 local men ranging in ages from 53 to 85 all had histories of drug and legal problems.
Dramatic stinger.
In addition to this radio news, you also see a notification of Ashley's death when you enter the internet in GTA 5. This happens at specific points in the game and such, so it may be easy for you to see this, or you may play the whole game and never see this news. Still on the mission Mr. Phillips, there's one here that generates a consequence for the next mission, which is the death of Ortega. In the mission Mr. Phillips, we arrive and knock down Ortega's trailer into the river, and we have the option to kill Ortega or not. He kneels in front of us. You can choose to kill him or not. What happens here? If you decide to kill Ortega in the next mission, which is the mission Trevor Phillips Industries, you will have some consequences. The direct consequence when you kill Ortega is that when Tao Cheng gets in the car with his translator, you will receive a call from the chef. In this call, the chef will say that the Aztecas are heading to the lab to end Trevor because Trevor ended Ortega.
Chef, we're just coming down to see the kitchen.
You can't get here quick enough. The Aztecas are coming. They think you took out Ortega.
They ain't mistaken.
Well, get down here and take them out too.
However, if you want to be a merciful person and don't want to kill Ortega, in the next mission you will still face consequences anyway. You'll receive a much shorter call from the chief that I'll show you here, and after this call the Aztecs will come after you anyway because Trevor is taking over the Aztecs' business, which was also Ortega's business.
Chef, we're just coming down to see the kitchen.
Well, you can't get here quick enough. Ortega's on his way with some friends, says he's gonna take us out of business.
Funny that. I told him the same thing just the other day.
Get here and you can sell it between you two.
And finally, in this option comes the car that has Ortega inside. Ortega, I think he comes with 3 more guys, and there are even some dialogues of Ortega looking for Trevor, and this time you have to kill him. It's mandatory.
It's Ortega! Trevor! It's me, Ortega! You alive, you punk? It's fucking Tuco, you push your Aztecas out of town!
Fuck this murder, isn't it? Yeah, you bust-ass shot, motherfucker! Oh, you cocksuckers!
A little further ahead, very similar to Ashley, we have the death of McClip. I will explain why it is similar to Ashley. And here we have two options. When we are going down, at least I always do it automatically, which is when I get down, I kill McClip right away and all the women run away and so on. However, if you decide not to kill McClip right there, you will be able to escape on a jet ski normally with the women on top of the jet ski, which you cannot do if you kill McClip. And furthermore, later on, even if you decide not to kill McClip at that moment, there will be a report about his death, very similar to what happened with Ashley. The news about him appears both on the game radio and also on the internet, in a notification form there, with the reason for his death or at least what happened. Moving away a bit from those missions, we also have 3 family missions from Michael. In Michael's family missions, we have Amanda, Jimmy, and Tracy. Actually, I think in sequence it's Amanda, then Tracy, then Jimmy. In Amanda's mission, she was caught by the cops for robbing a store and such, and then you have to go with Michael to help her. The first thing you can do right away, cancel there on the call. You can choose not to save Amanda. Amanda will complain to you on the phone.
Yeah, but see, if I help you out, you're never gonna learn.
Screw you, Michael! The lawyer's fees are coming out of your account.
And she will also send a message to Michael showing how angry she is. Besides that, if you decide to help her, you can either go there and kill the cops or just flee with the car, which will trigger the same dialogues whether you kill the officer or simply take the police car and drive away, causing her to still complain about you helping her as she was feeling bad and all. In sequence, much further ahead, we have the mission to help Tracy. Tracy calls her father asking for help because she says there's a guy following her, an old man, and then you can either go there or not help.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now.
Fine, I'll call someone who can help.
You'll be fine.
If you decide not to help, Tracy will hire some guys to beat up that old man, and these guys will cost you $22,000 in addition to Tracy complaining to you and sending you a message cursing you. Besides that, if you decide to help Tracy, you have 2 paths. You can kill or not kill the guy who is following her. If you choose not to kill, which is kind of difficult, right? But if you choose not to kill, Tracy will simply be cool with you and thank you. You will have to chase the guy, scare him enough for the game to consider it completed without killing him. Even if you just beat him up a lot, you will end up killing him, so it's not even recommended to beat the guy up. However, if you decide to kill him, you will see a pretty sad dialogue in quotes from Tracy, where she complains and ends up feeling bad for Michael killing the guy, since she called Michael. She kind of feels bad and sort of ends up taking responsibility. Check it out here, it's also pretty cool.
Why didn't you just speak to him?
This was infinitely more persuasive.
I never should have called you.
And finally, from Michael's family missions, we have Jimmy. Jimmy, who was kidnapped by the guys he was messing with on the internet. And then, if you decide not to help Jimmy, Michael will respond like this.
Can't do it, son. Get yourself out of this mess.
Okay, well, how much of my father's money do you think it'll take to get me out of this situation?
And it will cost Michael $9,500, which, if I'm not mistaken, is between Jimmy's bandages and the money he paid to the guys to let him go. Arriving there, you also have to be very careful in this mission here not to kill the kidnappers because the following happens. In Tracy's mission, you could arrive and kill the guy and Tracy would be very sad. However, Jimmy, on the call, he emphasizes several times that you shouldn't kill them. I don't know if you guys had noticed that in this call.
Hey, eyes front, okay? There's no reason at all to be suspicious of anyone behind us. And if there was, he would just be there to warn you. He would definitely not kill you. Definitely would not kill you.
So, if you get there and kill the kidnappers, the mission will fail instantly. You won't have a different dialogue like what happens with Tracy. However, if you don't kill them, you can just keep hitting them until they get scared, and then Jimmy will be cool with you. Then, there's a pretty long dialogue with Jimmy and all, but I'm not going to show that part here. Another mission now, leaving Michael's family missions, right? Going back to the common missions of the game, another mission that we can also do differently is the Architect's Plant mission. I'm sure many people don't know about this possibility. The Architect's Plant mission is one where Franklin will chase an architect inside the construction site. We have to climb up there and catch the guy off guard when no one is looking and give him a karate kick to steal the folder with the FBI's projects. However, what many people don't know is that as soon as you arrive here and grab the helmet, you can simply grab it and kill the guy right away. Obviously, there are consequences, and the consequence of this is that you will immediately have 3 stars, even if you only kill one architect. However, it's very quick. You can grab the architect's own vehicle there and escape easily, avoiding the 3 stars and making this mission infinitely faster. Going now to side missions, we obviously have to talk about the Epsilon missions, which we have in the final mission that, if I'm not mistaken, is called Unlearning the Truth. We have the option to complete the mission as the game normally asks us to, and in the end, you will be able to receive a tractor with the name Kiflom written on the license plate, which, man, honestly is not that great, because this tractor, you can find a similar version of it available in free mode, so it's not really a very exclusive item since you can get a similar one at Ursula's place. However, you have a second option, which is the correct option, because you need to do this in order to get the gold within this mission, which is to steal the money. So as soon as you leave, you can go to the meeting point and decide to kill everyone there, or you can simply take your vehicle and flee, and then everyone will come after you. You have to be very fast because a lot of guys will come to try to kill you, but if you manage to escape, you earn $2,100,000, and as a bonus, you have a kind of secret call. Because this call only happens if you steal the money, the one who calls you is Chris Formage mad at your face, and it's really cool because Michael responds saying that was his reimbursement for everything he did.
You fucking traitor! After all we've done for you, you can consider your enlightenment revoked, you son of a bitch!
And you can consider this my refund.
Don't you realize how powerful I am? I make or break Vinewood careers. I will destroy you.
Gotta go, brother. Kiflom.
You are unsavable. You will be the fertilizer of the 10th paradigm.
If I'm not mistaken, we end up donating to Epsilon throughout the Epsilon missions around $100,000. So we take the $100,000 we donated and still make a profit of $2 million. And lastly, here is one that I'm almost sure nobody knew. In fact, you can put it there that 80% of people didn't know. There are the missions of Nigel and Mrs. Thornhill, who are the 2 old folks there who are in love with the celebrities and famous people of Vinewood. And then there's a guy they chase in 2 missions, which is Al DiNapoli. I don't remember if there are more than 2, but anyway, I think it's just 2. One where he goes into the hospital and another where Trevor is with him in the trunk and all. Well, there's the mission where Al DiNapoli is already in the trunk. He starts there and then you have to finish off Al DiNapoli. You're playing as Trevor, you have to finish him off because otherwise he will end up ratting out everyone and such. Anyway, there are some options in this mission as well, some consequences for each of these options. You can first kill him with an RPG shot. You advance a little in the game and explode that vehicle just like that. And then there are no real consequences for that, like the mission concludes normally. You can also pick him up and take him to the train location, which is what the game suggests. The game suggests that you take him to a certain spot and let the train hit him, which leads to a pretty cool cutscene. However, there are 2 things here that few people knew. First, if you decide to stop halfway, you can go to the trunk and free Al DiNapoli, and by doing that, you will earn $3,000. So if you decide to release him, the first consequence is that you earn $3,000 and he won't chase you afterwards, alright? But there's more. If you get very close to the train line and wait for a few dialogues, you will see that at a certain point, Al DiNapoli will offer $10,000 to Trevor, and then you can choose to stop the car, free Al DiNapoli, and this time earn $10,000.
Police!
I won't. I fucking swear it. I could give you $10,000 right now.
Here, take it all. Just let me go.
Hey, keep making terrible movies, Al.
And it's pretty crazy because there are several consequences or differences, things you can do in the mission that will actually affect and not fail. But many people don't know about it because, I don't know, I think GTA 5 is not very explored in this aspect since it doesn't have as many possibilities as Red Dead 2, but it has a lot. I showed a lot of consequences in a video testing everything that happens if you don't obey GTA 5, and the results were really crazy. There is definitely a part 2 of this video that you just watched. Click here next to the arrow to be redirected to find out what happens when you don't obey GTA 5. You will be amazed by this video because it's really awesome. And that's for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care and bye.